and maybe the effects the wind had on the game today too.
Well, obviously, the wind made it. Not only that it was windy, it was cold. Made it a lot colder than it was, and it affected one ball that Braden Webb almost gave up on, and he caught it, and it was probably a foot foul. Their center fielder lost the ball, and then he found it, but then the wind pushed it by him. He ran past it. That cost him a couple runs, and wind in baseball is not a good thing really most of the time. But it's the same for both teams. I thought it was defensively is a very well played game for as cold as it is. I think that they took advantage of just about everything that we gave them. I think we walked them 3 times and hit them once, and it seemed like they scored runs. And as far as hits, they outscored us or out hit us tonight. But I felt like we hit a bunch of balls hard. I mean, Braden Webb lined out 3 times, Goodhart a couple of times, and Heston and gosh, Franklin. I mean, you could go on and on, but we just couldn't get that big hit to really get us over the hump, and felt fortunate to punch those 2 runs in the 7th, and just kind of turned it over to a couple older guys, give us 1 inning each. I mean, we're still experimenting a little bit and trying to figure it out, but Gonzaga is an older team, and they're gonna fight you to the end, just like they did against New Mexico in their last game when they scored 2 or 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th to win. They're not gonna roll over, and they've got a good club.
Obviously, Robert Moore had a big hit for you. Just how's he adjusting when he should be in high school?
Yeah, that was a real big swing there, and the second inning, that whole inning started with 2 outs, I think, a couple of 2-out singles, and then maybe a walk, and then Robert hit the first pitch fastball down the line for a 2 RBI double, and I think that is just helping him relax a little bit. He's been swinging the bat pretty good. He hit another ball hard today that was caught deep in center field, and he plays really good defense, and I think he's hanging in there. He's doing good.
What did you think of the job Monk and Tress did today?
I thought Monk did a really nice job. He came in and threw the first couple pitches for a strike, got ahead of the guy, and got a couple of quick outs, and runner got on, and he battled out and got him out, got us in the dugout, and we let him go back out. Last week when he went back out for second, it didn't go as good, but today it went good, and that's good to see. And he gave us what we needed right there, a couple of shutdown innings where we could, maybe get the lead, and that's exactly what happened. And then Trest, I mean, he came in and just pounded the strike zone. He didn't get any strikeouts, I don't think, and but he got outs, and it didn't take very long, and that's what we want, especially on a cold day. You don't want to give him anything, and it was good all the way down the stretch, the last 3 guys.
Yeah, then Ramage's day, and then Kevin Kopps comes in also before Trest and Monk.
They both had good stuff. They just didn't have really good command. You can blame a little bit on the weather, but they were both a little bit wild, pitching behind in the count. Cole a couple of times, 3-0 counts, came back once. Just too many pitches, really, more than anything. And Kevin almost the same thing when you look at it. And he didn't throw he'd throw one really good fastball and they'd leave one up in the zone and it'd be way up. And the thing he was throwing a cutter for a strike. And they kind of started sitting on it. That was really what he could command. And the good thing is with Kevin, we could bring him back later this weekend if we need to.
Talking about Moore's defense a little bit.
The what?
Moore's defense.
Yeah, I mean his defense has been solid. The scoreboard was broke out there, it wasn't working, and the umpire told him there was 1 out. We all knew there were 2. They thought there was 2, but they were told 1, and so we got 4 outs out 1 inning if you take the double play ball. But he's been solid. I thought he made a really good read on the little ball off the end of the bat. It fooled our first baseman, then the wind kind of pushed it, and he caught it awkwardly, underhand kind of basket catch. That was leadoff man, and that would have been that could have been a little bit of a problem because it was the leadoff man in the inning. It was also the 9-0 hitter, and the top of their order is really good. So it's the way it works. Just like there in the 9th, we had to go through 3, 4, and 5, and those guys can hit. They're big and strong. They're a little older. The one's freshman, I think the 4-hole, but the other guys, I mean, they've got some at bats under their belt.
When you say Cops can come back, Does that mean potentially starting with game 4?
No.
Or does Adams go 4?
Out of the pen. We don't know who we're going to throw game 4 yet, honestly. And if I knew, I'd tell you, but I'm not sure yet. We're going to see how we can handle their good lefty tomorrow, and then they got a supposedly even better righty on Saturday. And I think the lefty threw 6 or 7 shutout innings last week, or maybe gave up 1, and they end up letting it slip. So we know we've got our hands full tomorrow. We'll just do whatever we have to do to win tomorrow. And as far as bullpen, and the same on Saturday, and we'll just make a decision after Saturday's game who we're going to start.
You moved Franklin down in the order. He came up and was safe on that fielder's choice. What did you see from him?
Yeah, he's having good at-bats. He just missed a fastball a couple pitches earlier in that at-bat that could have been a really big swing for us. It's been a tough out, just a much better offensive player this year than last. Swings better, it's flatter, battling. And, the speed paid off there. He didn't get out of the box very good, but once he did, he knew he needed to beat that out. And he did, got us an RBI, and then, luckily the call went our way. And then what happens right after that? We get a wild pitch and we scored another run. So really him hustling led to 2 runs for us. All right.